Hey, third grade, how you doing? Today is lesson 87. Can you see that? Lesson 87, we're going to be talking about capacity. What is capacity? Well, you use capacity all the time when you're cooking. Just like on up here, as you can see on my magnet fridge today, we can see that we have capacity. You probably have seen this quite a bit. You may have some in your fridge. This is a gallon, okay? Your big milk jug over here, this is a gallon. So that's what this is, okay? Pop that right back in there. Okay, so this is the big one right there. When you are measuring lots of liquid, like in your bathtub, swimming pool, you're gonna measure in gallons. This is your big one, okay? So we have gallons, quarts, pints, and then cups. Now this is the customary system of measuring liquids, okay? So we have the big guy over here, the gallon, and then for the gallon, we could break that up into different sections, okay? You could have 4 different sections, okay? So here we have half of a gallon, and these are 2 quarts. I don't have 4 of them here, but these are quarts. So these blue ones, that's a quart right there, okay? Mark that as a quart, okay? So we would have 4 quarts into a gallon, or 2 quarts is half of a gallon. All right, what about these over here, these smaller guys? These are called pints. I know it looks like pint, but it's not, it's called pint. All right, so you know those milks that we get at school? That's a half of a pint. Here's a full pint. Well, each quart has 2 pints. So we can move these right up here. Make sure they don't fall down. All right, so each quart has 2 pints, and I bet we could figure out how many pints are in the gallon, in the whole thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 pints in 1 gallon. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 pints in half a gallon, and 2 pints in a quarter gallon. All right, so this is pint here. Those are the little green ones. Well, there's plenty of room in here. I wonder if we could have these cups to fit. All right, well, 2 cups is equal to 1 pint, okay? So each pint can have 2 cups, and we'll put these on here, these little ones here. All right, so when you've got this on your fridge, it's really easy to tell how many pints and quarts and everything you've got. We can tell this way, but we can see there's 2 cups, 2 cups in a pint, 1, 2, 3, 4 cups in a quart, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cups in half of a gallon. And then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 cups in the whole gallon. So having this can really help you to know how many cups and pints and all that are in a gallon. And if you want to see a little more realistic of what they look like, follow me over here. All right, so here's the gallon. Can you see right there? That's 1 gallon. So that's going to be quite a bit. And there's 3 quarts, 2 quarts, 1 quart, right? Because remember, a quart of something or a quarter of something is 1/4, right? Hello, Sylvester. How are you? Our cat. Okay, so here's a quart. That would be 1/4 of a gallon. This container is a pint right there. That's what a pint is. And then this container right here, that's about a cup, or 8 ounces. OZ stands for ounces there, okay? So you probably use these when you help your mom, dad, grandma, or grandpa cook dinner or something. All right, so here we go. Here's something that can also make it really easy. This, you might want to pause the video and copy this down for your homework, so it'll make your homework a whole lot easier. All right, so I got a great big G right there. That G stands for, you guessed it, gallon. All right, and then we have Q's. 1, 2, 3, 4 Q's. That's 4 quarts in a gallon. The P, those are pints, right? So there's 2 pints in each quart. And then the little C's right there, can you see those? The little C's, those are cups. There's 2 cups in each pint. So it looks very similar to this, but this is a lot easier to write down. So you could always pause the video and copy that down on a piece of paper if you like. That'll make homework a whole lot easier. You can even hang it up in your kitchen to help you remember. All right, so that's the customary system. Sometimes we don't always use the customary system. Sometimes we use the metric system. We've used the metric system before in length, which was meters, right? And temperature, which was Celsius. And it looks like Sylvester is very curious about our, hey, get off the table there. He knows he's not allowed. All right, and so we've done meters and Celsius. That's all part of the metric system. Well, when we are measuring liquids, that's part of the metric system as well. We, instead of gallons, quarts, pints, and cups, we just use, we call it liters. All right, so you probably have seen a water bottle like this before. This is a liter. It's very similar to a quart, almost the same size as a quart there, if that container was a little skinnier. So, but it's a little more than a quart. This you might have seen. You might have some of these at home, seen them in the grocery store. This is a 2-liter bottle. So here's 1 liter and 2 liters, okay? So liters, when you hear that, that's a metric system of measuring liquid. Liter starts with L, L for liquid. That's the metric system. So this is 1 liter. Here's 2 liters. You might have heard the word milliliter as well. That's just like a little eye drop of something, right? That's a very small amount of liquid. All right, so let's go back to the book and see that we've covered everything that we need to cover. Okay. So here's what our book says. And if you want to look in your book, you can look on page 471. All right, so it talks about the amount of liquid a container can hold is called its capacity. To measure capacity in the customary system, we use the units fluid ounces, or OZ, ounces for short. We have cups, pints, quarts, and gallons. Some of these units have a doubles and halves relationship. On the following page, we show some common containers. Okay, turning the page. All right, so here we go. So this is kind of like just very similar to what we have over here on the fridge as well. So here's something else you can look at to help you know how many quarts. So here we have, everything is kind of multiplied by 2 when you get larger, and divided by 2 as you get smaller, okay? All right, let's take a look at example 1. Willow poured milk into her bowl of cereal. About how much milk did she pour? Would that be a cup, a quart, or a gallon? 1 cup is right. You wouldn't pour a whole quart. That would be 1/4 of a whole big gallon of milk. That's probably a little too much for a bowl of cereal, right? And the whole gallon? That might be way too much. All right, let's take a look at example 2. A cup is 8 ounces. How many ounces is a pint? Okay, well, we know 2 cups equals a pint. So a pint has twice as many ounces as a cup. So 2 times 8 ounces equals 16 ounces. All right, and then here we go. They're talking a little bit about liter. A liter is used to measure capacity in the metric system. A liter is a little more than a quart.